Good Thursday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Thanks for tuning in on our streaming platform here at 8:30. We're here Monday through Friday at 8:30. There's nothing on Doppler radar and pretty nice stretch of weather. We were nearly 30 degrees warmer yesterday. We're coming off that 66 and we only had 37 on Monday. Precipitation due to any traveling up to the northeast. Get up into Burlington, Vermont, and western New York. And got some snow showers there up into Toronto. Otherwise, a pretty quiet map across the area. And our current temps, we're at 43. The winds are calm. We do have some high-level clouds out there that will thicken up as we go throughout the day. And let's take a look at our current winds. And say good morning to some folks. All right, Leslie Chapman from 14 News is on. This is her morning show. Does a great job on 14 News. Cheyenne, thanks for tuning in here bright and early this morning. So the winds are fairly light. In fact, that's the storyline today. And generally, it's going to be less breezy. We had some winds gusting 20 to 25. So anytime you have November winds in the single digits, you don't necessarily would want that in the middle of summer. You're good to go. The cloud guidance is trending a little bit brighter. We could see just a couple of hours where we go mostly cloudy. We're looking at cloud layers. We had some altocumulus, some stratus up there this morning, but generally the cloud layers are at 10 to 15,000 feet. But they should thin out and disperse very nicely into the afternoon. Here are the guidance. These are the 8 and 14-day outlooks. We're trending above normal. The western U.S. will be below normal. This takes us almost up to about Thanksgiving. Now, normally when you do this for a few weeks, then you have a drastic pattern change, not in all cases as we go into December, which will be meteorological winter. But in the meantime, a nice significant warm-up after the snow on Monday. Let's go to the hourlies. Fair amount of sunshine here early. A couple cloud decks in mid-morning, and then at 4 p.m. it's 63. And then you notice there in the bottom portion of your screen, the winds are going to be fairly light throughout the day. So that takes us through tonight. As we go hour by hour, we talked about these clouds thickening up. I'll kind of just move this along. This is the time of year our average high is generally into the upper 50s. It's 57. There's those clouds thinning out. Don't see the arrows doing a whole lot at all. And this takes us through tonight. Now Friday, we're going to have a brief chance of rain early. Some spotty light showers. Maybe 200-300 in the rain gauge, and that's going to be about it. And winds will be southwesterly. And then Friday afternoon, when we clear these clouds, it will be breezy. And this is where we can see some gusts 20 to 25 as we go through Friday night. Friday night, it's going to be mild. So if you're flowers or you covered your plants for a few mornings where temps were in the 20s, I know not every plant made it. Some of your mums are pretty hardy out there. Those low temperatures are going to stay above freezing. Saturday is trending more clouds than sunshine, but it's going to be breezy, and we could even see some wind gusts at 30 to 35, isolated in nature, but when you wake up Saturday morning, it's pretty much going to be breezy throughout the day. This takes us into Saturday afternoon. A few sprinkles now. I want to show you this front. Early in the week, a frontal boundary was scheduled to go through in the pre-dawn hours on Sunday. However, it's going to slide through, so if you're heading out Saturday evening, we're looking at some spotty showers. This won't change over it into some snow. No travel impacts. I'm heading to a wedding on Saturday evening, but it's not. It's an indoor wedding as far as I know. I have to look at the invitation again. But some spotty showers, and this takes us into Saturday night. All right, and then on Sunday, it's going to be breezy and cool on Sunday. And if we go along, the medium range models here, the European and also the GFS models, showing some rain in here next week. So it won't be as bright Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we're going to have some chances for rain during that time frame. This takes us into Thursday morning, and it's generally not going to be associated with thunderstorms based on what I'm looking at here early today. Look at this, 65 for Thursday, 73 on Friday, 76 on Saturday. Sometimes you could feature these numbers in late September or in October at fall festival time, so definitely well above average as we take that full. And there's 76 on Saturday. By the way, Saturday, the record high is at 80 during that time frame. So we'll be just underneath that. And then Monday, 57, and then those chances for rain for both Tuesday and Wednesday with high temps in the lower 60s. All right, we're going to have a look at the news. Got Mitch. Casey will be in here. In a moment, they'll bring you up to date. Enjoy this nice weather. Have a great day.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices. Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app.
Hello, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of your stream show. I'm Mitch Carter.
That's right. I'm Casey Mason. As always, we appreciate you joining us. Today is Thursday, November 13th. Of course, Byron Douglas kicking things off with our forecast. But let's go ahead and get to some top stories that we want to recap for you here today.
Let's do it. The big one right now, kind of across the country, after 43 days, the longest federal government shutdown in history is now over. President Trump signed a funding package late last night, just hours after the House voted to approve that measure. And it now keeps the government running through January and funds some key agencies through 2026. That money will soon start flowing to government workers and food assistance recipients, and federal employees laid off by Trump during that 43-day-long standoff will also go back to work starting today.
That's right. And hey, speaking of that, Americans who rely on SNAP benefits could receive some payments as soon as 24 hours after the shutdown officially ended, but there's no definite answer as to exactly when. So if you're still in need of some assistance right now, we wanted to let you know about this happening today. The Tri-State Food Bank will have an emergency food distribution a little later this morning. Organizers say it will be at Tulip Tree Healthcare. That's going to be on Main Street up in Princeton, Indiana. Non-perishable food items along with essentials like eggs, bread, milk, and fresh produce will all be available at this. Officials say that these emergency giveaways are just meant to prioritize the families most at risk during the SNAP benefit pause.
It just lets me know the need is greater than it used to be. I've been with this role for about 4 years and I do these regularly. And today I can tell that the times have changed because the line is nonstop. When I got here at 9:15, they were already starting to line up.
All right, now that giveaway is going to start at 10 o'clock this morning. We do have some more information on our website if you guys want to go get some more information, kind of check that out. Again, up there in Princeton, Indiana, starting at 10 o'clock today.
Yeah, and of course, we've had a couple of warm days here. Byron just talked about that, kind of continuing the trend into the weekend. But another sign we're getting closer to Christmas did happen in New York City. Got some cool video here for you as workers installed that star on top of the iconic 30 Rock Christmas tree. That 900-pound crystal star features 70 spikes and more than 3 million crystals in total, and the star is only part of the elaborate light show that will turn the 75-foot Norway spruce into a beacon of the holiday season. Once completed, the tree will feature 50,000 multicolored lights there. Kind of neat.
Definitely looking forward to seeing that. And hey, just a heads up here, if you're already watching us here on 14 WFIE, that lighting ceremony is actually going to be held on December 3rd, and you can watch it right here on Channel 14. So that'll be pretty cool. Looking forward to spending my first holiday season here as a member of the 14 News team.
There you go.
I'm excited to see how you guys decorate the studio.
It's riveting stuff, really. Yeah.
I doubt the tree will be that big, but hey, it should be a pretty good one.
Yeah, 75 feet's a tall task.
I don't think it'll fit in our station.
Yes. Right now it's 8:41, coming up on 8:42 here on your Thursday morning. For those joining us here, we appreciate you hopping on and hanging out for a little while during our stream show. For now, though, let's kind of look at our top headlines. You know how this thing goes by now, so we're going to let you go. But please enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning for your Friday.
That's right. See you then.